Calf, 443. As you know, the golden calf was one of the tremendous change in the Jewish history that changed everything around. And the question is, was the golden calf was supposed to happen anyway? Or is it the Jews that made it happen? You know, was the golden calf meant to happen?
Yes.
By God? Or is it that the Jews changed the plan of God?
No, it was supposed to.
So then why are the Jews held responsible for what's supposed to happen?
In a way, Hashem
by
did
choice.
it, because when they threw the gold, became a
Exactly. So why did Hashem want us to sin?
to
He
check
didn't
us
want
out.
us to sin. He wanted us to change our ways and to catch and stop the last
לחזור
moment.
בתשובה.
To be able
The
to.
answer is Hashem wants us, listen to this, a very scary word, but Hashem wants us to do tshuva on the sin. So the sin is a necessity in order for you to be able to do the tshuva on the sin.
Maybe he wanted us just to know the consequence of our actions. You should throw gold in and there's no golden calf. You think, oh, it's okay, you know. But you do this, it shows that there is an effect of your action. It's right there.
That
painted
creates
clearly.
right away. Everything you do creates an act. Okay, that's a nice point. You hear what he's saying? The fact, whatever you do, you create something. So when they threw the gold, they thought, what's going to happen? But something came out of it. So he's saying that everything a person does, some effect happens, either positive or negative. There's no small doing. Whatever you do, there's always an effect that comes out of it.
And also a consequence.
Exactly. Just pass the Chumash so Sean and Ronen could read it. You pass the Chumash to them.
What page is this?
Page, we're going to have, just read it in English because it's a long
The
story.
intention was there
Four,
too,
four,
right,
four.
Rabbi? The intention of the Jews was,
Was
there
good,
too.
yeah.
Ready?
Yeah,
Hashem just add more to it, right?
exactly.
Here
So
we
read,
go.
read loud.
444?
444.
He gave to Moses, when he finished speaking with him on Mount Sinai, the two tablets of the testimony, stone tablets inscribed by the finger of God. The people saw that Moses delayed in descending the mountain. And the people gathered around Aaron, who said to him, "Rise up, make for us gods, who will go before us. For this Moses, the man who brought us up from the land of Egypt, we do not know what became of him." It's like disappeared. Aaron said to them, "Remove the golden rings that are in the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters, and bring them to me." The entire people
Page
unburdened
446.
themselves of the golden rings that were in their ears and brought them to Aaron. He took it from their hands and he bound it in a scarf and made it into a molten calf. Then they said, "These are your gods of Israel, who brought you up from the land of Egypt." Aaron saw and built an altar before him. Aaron called out and said, "A festival to Hashem tomorrow." They arose early in the next day and offered up whole offerings and brought peace offerings. The people sat to eat and drink, and they got up to sport.
The Rashi says whenever it says the word sport, that Jews are sporting, like sporting sport, it's three indications. One is immorality. You know, number two is murder. And number three is idol worship. So whenever the Torah says on a person, Yokumu letzachek, he came to sport, it's a triple negative, a tri-negative, triumpha, which is,
Where else does this
Isn't it
appear?
tzachak mishon
I've never
tzchok?
seen this.
but here it's letzachek,
Which means
it means sport,
לשחק אולי.
a sport.
In America, they say
Page
it's a sport.
450.
it is a sport.
Where does this
Number
appear
one,
also?
they killed Aaron's, Miriam's son, Chor. Because he protested, they killed him. So they already did murder. Chor, the nephew of Moshe, killed. Two, adultery. They were all having a fun time. Number three, they made an idol.
But after all what they
So,
went through,
Sachek, it wasn't just they made this god that they needed it. It's almost like they needed someone that should get off their head, that they could do what they want. You know what I'm trying to say? Moshe was the personality that it was like, it was almost like, I gotta do what Moshe says. Moshe says, do it. You know, Torah. They now made their own God, means that they're gonna control it. And they're gonna do what they want. So they sport here, they sport there, they sport there, and they have this God. What kind of God is it that you do what you want? Killing, murder, commit adultery, and idol worship at once? So you see, the whole thing was not real. It wasn't because they're looking for a leader. They're looking for a leader that the leader will follow their orders. Till now, Moshe gives them the orders, so they have to follow the leader. They want a leader that they control what the leader says.
That's the idol?
That's the idol. You see the difference? And the proof is, look what happens. They make this leader, and they stop murder, adultery, and everything. What is this? You want to follow a leader? You want the leader to listen to you?
Sounds
So
like
then-
Torah.
Exactly. Look what he says. Pasuk 7, page 450. Hashem spoke.
Hashem spoke to Moses, "Go descend to your nation that you have brought up from Egypt has degenerated. They have strayed quickly from the way that I have commanded them. They have made themselves a molten calf, prostrated themselves to it, and sacrificed to it. And they said, These are your gods, O Israel, which brought you up from the land of Egypt. Hashem said to Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Yeah.
And now desist from me. Let my anger burn against them, and I shall annihilate them, and I shall make you a great nation." Moses pleaded before Hashem, his God, and said, "Why, Hashem, should your anger burn against your people, whom you have taken out of the land of Egypt with great power and a strong hand? Why should Egypt say the following, with evil intent did he take them out to kill them in the mountains and to annihilate them from upon the face of the earth? Relent from your burning anger and reconsider regarding the evil against your nation. Remember your Abraham, your Isaac, and your Israel, your servants that you swore to them by your very self, and you told them, I shall increase your offspring like the stars of the heavens, and this entire land of which I spoke I shall give to your offspring, and they shall have it as a heritage forever."
Guess what? This is all still, Moshe is still on Mount Sinai.
41 days.
He still didn't come down. This is all happening already. God told them, they did the idol, blah, 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 and he pleaded, God, don't kill them, don't kill them. And God said, okay, I'm not going to kill them. We'll deal with it soon. Now, he's going down the mountain, and he has the first set of the Luchos still. He already knew they made the idol. He already asked God, don't kill them at once. Kill them slowly over 40 years. So he's coming down with the first set. He already knows they did it. He didn't break it yet. He should have broke the first set on the mountain on top. He says no.
Nobody will see it.
Look what he says further. Moses turned.
No, Hashem reconsidered. Regarding the evil that he declared he would do it to his people, Moses turned and descended from the mountain with the 2 tablets of the testimony in his hand. Tablets inscribed on both of their surfaces. They were inscribed on one side and on that. The tablets are the work of God, and the script was the script of God etched on the tablets.
Josh.
Joshua heard the sound of the people. It is shouting. And he said to Moses, the sound of battle is in the camp. He said, is it the sound of the shouting of might, nor the sound of shouting of weakness? A distressing sound do I hear.
You know, there's 3 kinds of screaming. There's screaming of strength, like you're winning a war, you know. Then there's screaming that you're like in a hard, stressful situation. And then there's screaming of blasphemy, like making degrading, like making fun. You know what I'm trying to say? So Moshe says, from the screaming, I don't hear a scream of strength. I don't hear a scream of weakness. I hear a scream of blasphemy and how would I say it? What has he said here? What is this?
Vilification.
What's vilification?
It's to vilify is to make evil.
You know, it's that, and it's a sound that distresses the soul. Whoever hears it, it's like a very, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, a good example. I don't want to give, God forbid, a comparison, but sometimes you have, you know, God forbid, these terrorists that kill people, and they like laugh, like they're happy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they look down at you, and it's this. They look at you like you're a piece of garbage, you know. So it was like a shout of looking down, like,
That's wrong.
we don't believe in anything, you know. So it's not a voice.
Vilify means speak or write about in an abusively disparaging manner. Synonyms: disparaging, denigrate, defame,
You understand?
revile,
That's
abuse, criticize, condemn. Denounce.
Read further, very good. Read further.
It happened as he drew near the camp, and he saw the calf and the dancers, that Moses' anger burned. He threw down the tap. When he was up on the mountain, he didn't see what was going on.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said before, you know. Even though he was on top and he knew everything, Hashem told him, he still didn't break it.
I understand.
Till he
that.
came
I'm
down.
asking if he saw it, not
Of
that he
course, he saw, but
Did
he
he
wasn't.
see it from up on top
But
of
he
the
saw it
mountain?
from a spiritual reality, not from the physical
So he
reality.
didn't see the physical.
But look what it says. When did he break it?
When he came down and he saw the action.
No. The action, what was one more thing he saw besides action?
The calf.
No, look what it says. He comes down, he sees the calf and the dancing.
Dancing.
People rejoicing. Yeah.
Usually when a person sins, you know, like
He's not so happy.
you have a guilt feeling. Like you go to a non-kosher restaurant, you eat it, but you feel guilty. You go, you know what I'm trying to say? You feel like a little embarrassed.
Might have been mixed dancing.
No, but I'm saying. But here, to say that you dance and sin,
It's to be proud of yourself.
it's a joyous sin.
Yesterday.
Then there's no loss. There's no way I'm gonna get them to change. Someone is happy to sin. You ever see someone dancing before he sins?
Well,
I never saw someone dancing from sin. They dance when they do a mitzvah, Simchas Torah.
It's the
They
dancing
dance,
sin.
but dancing with the sin, it's not something a person does.
Right.
So when he saw that, he says, "You know what? I can't change these people. I have to break the tablets." He thought there was some remorse, maybe some
remorse.
guilt, some regret, so he could come and do what he has to do. But he sees them dancing. Forget it. Goodbye. Dancing people of sin. I can't do anything with that. Goodbye. I have to break it.
Yeah.
The dancing, we never found in the Torah yet
Yeah.
that the Jews danced and sin. It's like someone before he's gonna eat something not good. He starts to dance. I'm doing a sin of God. Ay, 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 ay. Let's eat
When
together.
the Twin
What
Towers
that
went
was-
down, they were dancing on the roof all
That's
over New
that's
Jersey. Because look who it is.
But you know, Aaron's a little complicit in this.
I understand.
He's
Yeah.
playing like he doesn't know.
But you
what's
see the
going on.
problem. The dancing is the problem. Go further.
Interesting.
what, you talking about my
ISIS,
great
there was a commentary in
grandfather?
one of the newspapers.
Yours too.
And when some of the Arabs, some of the supposedly peaceful Arabs, helped or supported Israel, and they started dancing, the imams were upset because they were dancing. And they were dancing with the Jews. And that
Really?
upset them off. They said, they've got to stop this. And that was the commentary on the front page of one of the newspapers. That they
Call you in
danced.
2 minutes. Yeah.
The real question is, why did men dance
It
at their
happened
wedding?
as he drew near the camp,
Let's
he
just
saw the
finish this. Huh?
tablets.
We'll have to say Kaddish
That
in
the
2 minutes.
tablets from his hands and shattered them at the mountain, the bottom of the mountain. He took the calf and they made and burned it in the fire. He ground it until it was a fine powder and stewed it apart. Now, how was he able to do that? The molten calf was made in the fire.
And he grounded it.
So he grounded it for outside, or it says here that he threw it back into the fire.
No, he grounded it and got rid of it.
No.
Ground?
He threw it to the water.
What water? Where do you see water?
You see, עד אשר
Ground it
רק
up.
ויחזר
He
על
made
פני
them
המים.
eat it.
And
Right?
stewed
He
it
made them
upon-
easy.
So he cooked it.
No, he just grounded it and
Why
mixed
does
it with the
say
water.
stewed it upon
No,
the-
then he
True.
gave them to drink
Means
it.
He
Right.
spread it upon the water.
You know why? He gave to drink because according to Jewish law, when someone worships idols and does murder, you have to kill them. However, you need to have 2 witnesses that warn them. Many Jews were not warned. They weren't warned, but they did it. So since they weren't warned and they did it, so they can't give a death penalty. So how would Moshe know if it is? So what did he do? So Moshe gave them to drink the water, and whoever's face
Something
got
like sota?
like a sota, whoever's face got green, he
Interesting.
gave them to drink the water.
Water with the gold.
And whoever's face got green means he worship idol.
Water, they drank it.
Then they killed him.
Why?
Remember the story with the Sota, the woman, that they don't know if she committed adultery, they give her to drink the water?
No, I don't know, but everybody that will drink that water will react the same, no?
No,
Why?
only the Jews that actually prostrate themselves for the idol. Not everyone did. You think most Jews, I want you to know, most Jews did not bow down to the idol.
Most Jews, but half the Jews were women.
But they were, no, that's besides that, but even the men, why? A lot of them were just watching. You know, it's like you're watching an event and you're just seeing, and you're being dragged in, so to say. So 3,000 were there that they actually killed because they were witnesses. That's what it says, 3,000. The other, let's say 20, 30,000 did it without witnesses. And then there's a plague. So let's say from the 600,000, let's say 90,000 died. But not all of them did it. But a lot of them just didn't protest. So God was upset that they allowed it to happen. Because when you see someone doing
Physically,
something
why?
wrong,
Why
you don't
was
protest.
changing
Means
that they went along with it.
it's a special drink. It's a drink that could change your reality.
I think they were afraid.
See what I'm saying?
Rabbi, who was the one who brought
Peyote.
Moshe's staff to make it
I
into
got that
golden calf?
No, through Moshe's plate.
That's not part of the Chabad
Copper?
tradition.
Huh?
Copper?
That's Baal Shuv.
Yeah, that was what's his name? No, Achan, the guy that went through the Red Sea with the plate that says ox come up, alei shur. So he threw it into the thing, and he was the one that was in this stone that Moshe took out as a child. You remember that?
That he challenged Hashem.
And why you want to get rid of this child? And this is the one that made all the trouble. You know? Okay, Chevra, let's say Kaddish, El Chanani, and Akash, Shem, Ratz, Kaddish, Rachel, Zakir, Tov, and Shenema.